Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my birthday perfume haul. So I did get some really great fragrances for my birthday and I can't wait to share them with you. Some of them were on my wish list and I'm just so excited. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your continued support. I truly appreciate you. And without further ado, let's just get into this video. Alright, the first one I want to share with you is one that I tested in store and I was shocked that I loved it because I don't like the original. This is by Burberry and this is Burberry Elixir. This fragrance absolutely shook me because yeah, like I said, I don't like the original. I think the original has kind of a sharp and tart, almost artificial smelling strawberry in the opening, and then I get a lot of that Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA that I don't personally care for. This one though, this one was a different story. I really love the baby pink packaging and I think this is such a gorgeous fragrance. This has a creamy, almost lactonic vibe to it, and I don't know where the lactonic vibe is coming from because there's nothing lactonic in the notes, but there is sandalwood in the base, so there's definitely this creamy strawberry, almost milkshake strawberry kind of vibe. Yeah, it does smell like a strawberry milkshake, but in a perfume way. It doesn't smell like a photorealistic strawberry milkshake to me. This definitely smells like a perfume, but very creamy strawberry milkshake vibes for sure. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So if you didn't like the original, still get your nose on this one because this one is much smoother. And yes, there is a resemblance to the original, but I feel like all the things that I didn't like about the original they took out and added some creamy sandalwood and some just beautiful smoothness to the fragrance, and I absolutely love it. I did wear this one a couple of days ago and I found the performance to be really good as well, so super happy with this one. And I told my husband to get the smaller size to start out with because I had only sprayed it on the back of my hand in store. And you know, I wanted to make sure because has it ever happened to you where you sprayed something in store and you thought you absolutely loved it and then you got it and it wasn't as great as you thought it was? I kind of was scared that that was going to happen, but anyway, I regret this size. I'm definitely going to need a bigger size of this perfume because I think it is phenomenal. So that is by Burberry Elixir. Alright, up next we have a fragrance I told you guys I was going to wait until fall and winter to get, but I have absolutely no self-control whatsoever. And I fell in love with this perfume, you guys. I have a decant of it. I didn't even finish my decant. I just knew this is a fragrance I have to have. This is by Scents of Wood and this is Plum In Cognac. And sorry, I already opened up the package, but that's what it looks like. And then when you open it up, it looks like that. I'm not very good at showing you guys boxes a lot of the times. Let me know in the comment section if you're actually interested in seeing the boxes because yeah, unless the box is like really outstanding, I don't really seem to care much about that, but let me know if you actually want to see the packaging or not. But this is the bottle and I did have my husband order this from the website from Scents of Wood directly because I wanted to be able to custom make the bottle. I think you can get white, brown, and this charcoal gray, and then the top you can choose what color, and I knew I wanted gold, so yeah. I just think that this is an absolutely fantastic fragrance. This has plum and cinnamon and cognac. It's definitely a very boozy fragrance, so you have to be into boozy fragrances for sure in order to enjoy this. The plum in here is perfection. I don't like fruity fragrances that are overly ripe, especially when the fruit is really dark. If it's overly ripe, to me it smells kind of rotten, but this is perfection. This is juicy, sweet, the perfect ripeness, and there is also a lot of vanilla in here. There's some woody touches in the base, and it is intoxicatingly good. It is also very unisex, so I feel very comfortable wearing it as a woman. I think this would smell fantastic on a man. It is rich, it is decadent, it is so good, and I had to have a bottle. I know this is super hyped on YouTube, but for good reason. So good. And I will be wearing this in the fall and winter for sure. I just couldn't wait. I could not wait to have this in my collection. So that is by Scents of Wood Plum in Cognac. All right, this next one, I don't know where the box is. I've taken it out of the box and worn it a couple of times, and I'm too lazy to go find the box. But this is by Franck Boclet, and this is Vanille. Now, a lot of you guys were telling me that if I really liked Lyra, but I found, I find the performance of Lyra to be poor performing on me. I can't get that fragrance to perform more than a couple of hours on me, and that is why I won't purchase Lyra. A lot of you guys said that this one is a good alternative, and I'd have to agree it is a good alternative. It's not exactly the same as Lyra, but it is still that very sweet, citrusy opening, but to me this is more lime. There's lime in this fragrance, and I actually prefer that because I am on a lime kick right now, you guys. I can't get enough lime in my perfumes. But this is lime, it's sweet, it's got caramel. I definitely pick up the caramel. A lot of vanilla. I think it says there's vanilla absolute in the base of this. There is a touch of woodiness in the base of this too, I believe. So not a lot, but very similar to Lyra. I think if you like Lyra, you'll like this, but I get better performance out of this one than I do out of Lyra. So I honestly don't know how many vanilla perfumes that I can have in my collection. I can't stop, apparently. I have a vanilla obsession and addiction, and I don't know if I'm going to stop buying vanillas, but this one's super good. I can't wait to wear this in the fall and winter. It is very sweet, so I don't see myself wearing this now. Like I said, I like the performance of this better than Lyra, but this isn't a beast. This is a moderate performing vanilla perfume. It's so good. It's yummy. It just makes me it makes me hungry. It makes me want to eat cookies, but anyway, this is by Franck Boclet, Vanille. Alright guys, up next, speaking of lime, I did finally get Malibu Party in the Bay by Simone Andreoli. I tested this one out first. Before I bought it, I had a sample and I fell madly in love. This was love at first sniff for me, and it is absolutely phenomenal. This is the packaging, if anybody is into that. This is going to be my summertime fragrance. I am going to rock this in the summer. This is absolutely perfect for summertime, but I will caution you, if you do not like lime, you are not going to like this fragrance at all. This is very lime-centric, and it smells like lime and coconut, and there's rum in here, so it smells like a drink. And it's also pretty sweet as well, so it's got that lime, but I picture a cocktail. I picture a drink that you would want to drink poolside or beachside, where you've got, the lime, you've got the coconut, and then you've got sugar on the rim with rum. And this is such a fun, uplifting party time kind of perfume. There's something about this fragrance that makes me want to party. I want to go to a beach party every single time I smell this, and I absolutely love it. There's not an overly boozy presence in here, but there is rum in here, and I do make it out, but it's not over the top. So even if you don't like boozy fragrances, you might still like this, but this definitely is lime centric. I mean, this smells like you put the lime in the coconut and drank a bowl up. I just love this one so much. Performance is excellent, and I'm going to be rocking this one this summer. So that is by Simone Andreoli, Malibu Party in the Bay. Okay, up next, I've already shown you guys this one, but I didn't officially haul it, but I did do a full dedicated video on this fragrance. This is by Juliette Has a Gun, and this is the new Lust for Sun. This was a blind gift purchase from my husband, but we share the same bank account, so technically I blind bought it. This was a birthday present at the same time. But this is a beautiful fragrance in my opinion. It's very simple. It's not complex. It's a white floral, coconut, vanilla, musky, airy, summertime fragrance. I won't get into too much detail about it. If you're interested in all the details of this fragrance, longevity and all the note breakdowns and all of that, my first impressions and all of that kind of stuff, prices, sizes, I have a full dedicated video. I will leave it in the description box. Definitely check it out. But this was a success for me and I really like this one. I wore this one for my birthday dinner and it was pretty warm outside. We were eating dinner outside and it was just perfect. It was so perfect for that setting and occasion. I'm really going to enjoy this one in the summer. So that is Juliette Has a Gun, Lust for Sun. The other one I did a full dedicated review on is by Mancera. This is Tonka Cola. For more information on this one, I will also link this review in the description box, but this is fun. This is a fun fragrance in my opinion. I really like it. I didn't know what to think of it at first, but it is definitely one that once it warms up on the skin, I really like it. It's definitely a cola forward fragrance. There is a photorealistic cola note in here, so you have to be into that. You know, it's funny because I like to read the reviews on Fragrantica on perfumes because sometimes the reviews are just hysterical. And there were people saying, yeah, it smells like Coca-Cola, but why would anyone want to smell like that? And I'm like, hey, I want to smell like that, okay? I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do want to smell like a cinnamon cherry cola. I do. Because I think that it's just, it reminds me of like a happy time. It reminds me of some sort of subconscious childhood memories or something like that. I don't know. But it definitely makes me smile and it definitely boosts my mood. It instantly lifts my mood up as soon as I smell it and it makes me happy. So I'm kind of addicted to it. I kind of want to keep going back and smelling it, and I think this is one of those fragrances I'm really going to enjoy in the fall and winter. It is pretty heavy on the cinnamon and the cherry aspect, so it's not really a spring and summer fragrance. It's pretty heavy, pretty sweet, I would say. Not necessarily heavy. I don't know if heavy is the right word, but it is a sweet cinnamon, spicy, fall, winter type of fragrance that I think I'm really, really going to enjoy. So that is by Mancera Tonka Cola. All right, this next one I didn't really get for my birthday, but I got it right around my birthday, so I'm just going to include it in this haul since it is new. I was super curious about this. I cannot remember for the life of me who was talking about this on YouTube, but they said it was really amazing, and of course I just had to find out. It's a very affordable fragrance. This is by Maison Alhambra. I think it's Alhambra. I don't know if I said that right, but this is Bright Peach. And this is obviously a very obvious dupe. At least the bottle is a dupe of Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. And yeah, I was just curious to know if this was any good. And I have to say, you know, I smelled Bitter Peach before in store, but I don't have that fragrance and I don't have a reference really to compare it to. I'm just going off of memory. I remember liking Bitter Peach, but I didn't love it to the point where I felt like I needed a full bottle. It did have a bitter aspect to it that I don't find in here. This is a bright, uplifting, sweet, juicy peach fragrance. It's pretty straightforward. There's really no complexity about this. It just smells like peaches. It smells like bright, juicy, sweet peaches. And I do like it. I think it's a fun fragrance. I don't know that I would wear this on its own. I need more. I feel like I would need more to this perfume. So I think this would make a great layering fragrance. That's actually what I plan on doing with it. I'm going to layer this with other fragrances that have peach in it that I want to amp the peach up in. It smells good. I mean, it smells like peaches. It's going to be a fun summery type of fragrance, I think. Sweet, juicy, summertime peaches. So I like it, and I paid 30 bucks for it on Amazon, and I think it's a good fragrance. I don't really know about the longevity. I haven't worn it that much. I don't have that much experience with it to know about the performance, but I definitely like the way that it smells. It's pretty fun. But if you're looking for something that is an absolute dupe to Bitter Peach, I don't know that this smells exactly like Bitter Peach. I don't seem to remember Bitter Peach being this simple, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section if you have Bitter Peach, if you think this is a good dupe or not, but I like it and I'm happy to have it in my collection. All right, up next we have a super, super hyped up fragrance on YouTube, and this is one that I had my husband blind purchase as a gift for me for my birthday, and I was nervous. I was very, very nervous about this perfume. I did not know what to think or if I was gonna like it, but this is by Argos, and this is Triumph of Bacchus. Talk about a perfume that has been making the rounds on YouTube. I was so curious about this, and I just did it. I just went for it. And I was, like I said, I was scared. So I did tell my husband to get the smallest size because I was terrified of the fragrance. So this is the packaging, and this is actually a box that I want to show you guys because the artwork on this is pretty amazing. I really like this a lot. I think that this is pretty. And then this is the inside box, and it opens from the side and looks like this. And this bottle is absolutely beautiful. I mean, wow. This is like a work of art for sure. All right, so the reason why I was terrified of this fragrance is because when I looked on Fragrantica, people were saying this smells like red tobacco from Mancera. And listen, I have no shade to Mancera, okay? I have Mancera fragrances. I like the house of Mancera. Sometimes they have hits and misses just like any other brand or house. But red tobacco, I've tried that fragrance and it smells really, really masculine, and it's also a bit harsh to my nose. So I was pretty scared of this fragrance because I don't like masculine leaning fragrances. I like unisex fragrances, but if I perceive it to be too masculine, I don't like to wear the fragrance. So I told my husband to just start off with the small size, and let me tell you guys something, this is amazing. This is amazing. It is so good. And you know, when a perfume gets really hyped up on YouTube, sometimes you're like, am I gonna like it as much as everybody says? But yes, I love this fragrance, and I don't think this smells like red tobacco. Well, okay, I do think it smells like red tobacco, but way smoother and not as masculine leaning. This is definitely more of a unisex fragrance to my nose anyway. I feel completely comfortable wearing this. So yes, I get the comparisons to red tobacco. There's definitely a lot of tobacco in here, but it's like comparing if you went to a really upscale professional, you know, symphony orchestra and they were playing a song, and then you went to, you know, your kid's high school orchestra concert. You know, they're playing the same song, but they don't sound the same. So this is definitely a more refined, upscale, less masculine leaning version for sure, and I just freaking love it. Now, when I first sprayed it, I wasn't sure. When I first sprayed it, I got a lot of the saffron, and I like saffron, but it was a lot of saffron in the opening. So I think in the opening there's white peach, there's some green apple, there's some saffron, and there's some booziness at the top as well. Definitely a boozy fragrance, and the saffron is definitely present, so you have to be a fan of that. I don't really get peach, but I do get the green apple in here for sure. But as this starts to dry down, the tonka bean and the vanilla and the tobacco comes through, and it just is absolutely intoxicating. Just so, so good. So obviously you have to like tobacco in order to like this fragrance. If you're not into tobacco scents, you know, you might not like it. If you're not into boozy scents, you might not like it, but I love this and it is beautiful. And I sprayed it on my arm. I wasn't sure, but as it dried down and the sillage started to come through, the wafts I was getting off my skin, it was just intoxicating, just so enjoyable. And I'm so happy that I took the chance on this fragrance and got it. So I still have to play around with it a little bit more to know about the longevity and performance, but it seems to be a pretty decent performing fragrance so far anyway. I'll have to let you know as I wear it more, but I regret that I told my husband to get me the small size. I really wish I had gotten the big size now, but that's okay. I can always go through this one and then get the bigger size later. So that is by Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. All right, you guys, last but definitely not least, I have my first Initio fragrance in my collection. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know I struggle with the house of Initio, not because I don't think they're a good house, but because I just struggle with the fragrances. But I do have my very first one. This is Psychedelic Love. And this is what it looks like. And the bottle is so pretty. I love this royal purple color. This is my favorite color ever. I love purple. And this is just beautiful. I tried Psychedelic Love about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And I remember having a sample of it and not really knowing what to think about it. And then I went back recently and tried it again, and I loved it. This is gorgeous, but I will say you have to like powdery heliotrope type of fragrances in order to enjoy this. So this is kind of a difficult fragrance to explain because it's very well blended and certain notes don't just jump out. It's kind of hard to know what you're smelling, but the top I think has bergamot in the opening. I think there's ylang ylang in here as well. And when I tried the sample, I didn't get as much of the ylang ylang, but now that I'm smelling it, now that I have the bottle, I remember spraying it on me when I first got it, and that ylang ylang was a lot stronger, which is perfect because I love ylang ylang. It almost kind of comes across as a little bit banana-ish. It's really fun. I really like it. Well, I say fun, but actually this is a very sophisticated and just classy type of perfume. And like I said, there's heliotrope, so I get a lot of the powderiness. There's some other florals in here. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think there's rose and maybe some white florals in the mid. And then in the base, there's definitely myrrh and some sandalwood. The sandalwood is definitely present. I do make that out. It makes it very creamy, probably my favorite part of the fragrance, but the myrrh is really nice as well. I've been into that resinous myrrh type of scent profile lately, and it's just so good. This is such a good fragrance, and the performance is really great. So it's not a beast, it's not like super loud, but it's definitely a really good performing fragrance, and I'm not sure when I would wear this. I'm not sure which season I would prefer to wear this. I'm gonna have to play with it and let you guys know. I don't know for sure yet. I still have to get to know this fragrance a little bit more, but I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm super happy to have this in my collection, and I have 2 more from Initio that I want to add, so stay tuned for that. Those will be coming eventually. But that's it, you guys. Those are the fragrances that I got for my birthday, and I'm super excited to have them, and I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances and what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are you interested in trying them? Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!